Makivvik Pita Aatami. I just want to acknowledge before I get started with my speech to the delegates at your 50th anniversary celebration, recognizing Paul John, the new Grand Chief of the Crees, as well as the Deputy Grand Chief Lyndon Spencer. Lyndon, happy to have a young person that's there leading our people. We need more young people like you to work on behalf of our fellow Aboriginal people.
Ay, watcha. Pitata miunga makipiko nga yokhanga. Nililaw ko pilanga ma ilchinut na leonok siya na kailangan ya si Pitchutingilawo ay kadigin niulaw si Mayo Pitchutingicho. Hi, my name is Pita Aatami. I'm the president of Makivvik Corporation. In remembrance, I'm calling it in remembrance of the James Bay and Northern Quebec Agreement. 50 years has passed since the Inuit and the Cree signed the first historic land claims agreement. One thing that we do have successes after that agreement was signed, but at the same time, one thing that I want to highlight is our home that we live in was taken away from us, meaning that the control of our own homes, our own lands, and our rivers were taken away by past governments. So this is something that I want to highlight to everyone, is that even though that agreement had been signed 50 years ago, any agreement that's ever been made can be changed to right the wrong. So one thing that I'm doing today is always fighting to turn back the clock on that agreement and stating to governments that you stole the homes of Aboriginal people with that first modern day land claims agreement, that we want to take back control of our own destiny. We have a ways to go before this happens, but I want to do this with the Crees and other Aboriginal groups which had their lands and rivers taken away with agreements that were one-sided. These agreements that we signed were imposed on us, and that I want to stop this happening ever again, and that I want to make sure that we do this together to make the governments change what they did by giving back the rightful owners of their lands and rivers moving forward. And the word that I use today is in partnership, instead of being controlled by governments, being consulted and not getting what we really want. So moving forward for the next 50 years, I want to be able to see that we've taken back our homes that were taken away from us. Even though that we have successes of different successes that each party has, we have our own airline companies, we have our own shipping companies. That's all fine, but at the same time, we have really no control on Category 3 lands, even Category 2, that it's a pretend agreement that governments can expropriate our lands if they need it for their own purposes. So I want to get away from this agreement and start moving forward and telling governments that moving forward, we want to make changes. But at the same time, I also have to acknowledge our negotiators that work very hard to get what was best for us, whether it's from the Inuit side or the Cree side. They were young people, and I applaud their perseverance to try to get the best for both parties, for Inuit and Cree. So I applaud the team way back then. I was only 14 years old when they signed that James Bay Agreement, but I was a curious kid that I would go to these meetings to understand what was going on. So I learned early on in my youth that something was happening, something was being taken away from us. So moving forward, I want to work with the Crees to gain back what was taken away from us. I know it's hard for some people to digest that it's an agreement that's already been signed, but as I stated, these agreements can be changed to right the wrong. So I want to applaud the Crees for the successes they've had on their own side, and that we can have more successes by working together. So I'm looking forward to the next 50 years by working closely with our fellow Aboriginal people in our part of the world. So thank you for this, and congratulations to everyone that worked hard to make this agreement happen. And at the same time, we have to reflect what we've gone through as a people. We've gone through so much trauma because of the non-native society, and that they have to right the wrongs. So I'm looking forward to working closely with the Cree. So thank you very much for this opportunity to say a few words. You nakumik ilaka karusi khatigilang avur tay makisian yung tamat suminga asichigo managayavur ang khatigin niyo si mayumi piverlia khatigilang avur. Watchia nakumik very much.